What's up, y'all? It's your boy Dawson from D&D TV. I want to thank everybody for clicking on the video. All of the new subscribers, thank you all for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And for all the subscribers who asked, was I okay during Hurricane Irma? I am doing well. I got up out of South Florida, took a road trip with my brother, had a good time, spent some time with him and my sister and her kids. And we had a real good time. I thank God for family. And, happy to be back in South Florida. Got a lot of work to do down here. A lot of trees are down, debris and stuff. People still without power. But we are Floridians and we will get through this and we'll build again. That's what we'll do. Now, speaking of Hurricane Irma, this story comes out of Jasper, Florida. Jasper, Florida is right there at the top, actually at the state line before you get into Valdosta, Georgia. It's of this father here, 36-year-old Angelo Mitchell, who is charged with child cruelty, accused of abandoning his toddler in the storm, his 19-month-old baby in the storm while he was drunk and possibly on drugs. I'm gonna let y'all watch this video and I will be back with my commentary.
On the road for because they had found the baby.
A toddler missing and on her own in the height of the hurricane. Her father is now in jail.
That story unfolding in Hamilton County today.
And a passerby may have saved that child's life. Tonight, 36-year-old Angelo Mitchell is facing child neglect charges. Christy Kopanis has details on how that toddler was discovered.
As Irma approached North Florida, everyone took shelter and hunkered down. But here in Jasper, one helpless child was left out in the cold wind and rain during the brunt of the storm.
Heartbroken.
I spoke to a local resident who said her grandson found the baby in the bushes behind the nightclub.
They found the baby, him and his friend. They said they was passing the back way to Jane Lee's and they heard the baby crying. They said that the baby had scratches on her and the baby had almost turned blue.
Investigators say 36-year-old Angelo Mitchell left his 19-month-old daughter outside as Irma hit. The mother reported the baby missing late Sunday night from their home here on 11th Avenue and Martin Luther King Drive. Neighbors are shocked.
I would never feel that Tony would leave his child like that.
The baby was life-flighted to Shands Hospital in Gainesville. Investigators believe that Mitchell was drunk or on drugs while caring for his daughter. He remains in the Hamilton County Jail tonight. Reporting in Jasper, Christy Kopanis, WCTV Eyewitness News.
All right, y'all, let's go in. Angelo Mitchell, this dude right here, remains in Hamilton County Jail on charge of felony child abuse without great bodily harm. And that is where he should stay for a very long time, knowing that in your care, you left your daughter, your 19-month-old daughter, outside in a tropical storm. Irma had turned into a tropical storm by the time it got up into North Florida and went into Georgia and to, I think, Tennessee as well. And so there was still wind, there was still rain, there was still a lot of flooding in certain areas. I'm happy that there was no flooding in that area, and I'm grateful that those boys, found that little baby girl before, any animal or anything got to her the next day. This goes to show what I have been saying in many of my videos about relationships and doing your background checks and doing some research. And hell, if you can't do all that, at least talk to some people who know the people. Because if the mother of this child had done so, she would know that Angelo Mitchell is familiar with felony abuse, having done a year in prison for felony battery for a domestic violence case against a woman in 2011 and 2012. He also had 3 restraining orders filed against him. He served a year in prison for that incident in 2011. This is all documented. It's all online. If she had just looked online or talked to some relatives, maybe she knew it and still gave this nigga a chance. But to sit here and to have a child by someone, knowing their background, or if you didn't know, you should have known what kind of man you were getting with. And that is what I want the women who listen to my show. Most of y'all do it. I ain't even got to talk to many of the women who subscribe to my show, but the ones who just view and you haven't subscribed yet, I'm talking to y'all. Because y'all, a lot of y'all get into these relationships and you're trusting people. Oh, well, he gives good sex. Or right now he does this. He tells me what I want to hear. you don't need no man to tell you what you want to hear. You tell yourself what you want to hear. Because if that nigga leave you, if he die, or if he decides he just want to, not do what he's supposed to do as a man, you can just leave him and keep going on and take your child and keep going. Now, let me get on this deadbeat right here, because there is just a constellation of videos of how awful mothers are and how awful black women can't be great mothers, and they're not good, protectors of their children. And some of those videos that have been out, and many of them are on YouTube, some of them I do agree with in those cases, but I don't generalize everybody and say all. But there are not a lot of videos of these men, and these are the videos mostly that I've looked and seen that I do, these fathers who are deadbeat fathers who don't give a damn about these children either. And he did not care about this child to leave his 19-month-old baby. You chose alcohol and possibly drugs over your 19-month-old child. And I know people say, well, that's what you get for dating these niggas. But it's not only dudes like him. I've done other stories by guys who have high-paying jobs, guys who have degrees, guys who have a little bit of money. But people don't want to talk about those videos. We want to get on, the mother should do this. Yeah, the mothers have their part as well. You need to choose better men to have sex with. Yeah, I'm gonna stand by that. But on the same token, these men don't get away scot-free. Now, this story has been circulating on social media, and there have been a lot of people who have been commenting on social media about how horrible this is, how this man is a savage, how he should be put out in the next hurricane himself and just left outside. People have really been going in on Angelo Mitchell on social media, and I can understand the frustration, especially for people who went through any part of Irma and coming back into Florida and seeing the devastation coming, through Leon County, through Tallahassee, passing by Jasper. I saw the devastation with the trees down, the debris in certain parts of 75 was flooded. People had to turn around and go back I-10 in order to get down back south. There was so much that happened, after Hurricane Irma and during Hurricane Irma, and the effects that we're dealing with now, that I could just imagine this little baby being outside the night of that storm, and just imagine out in that storm, because my daddy was an alcoholic and possibly got high. That my daddy, and I said it again, the mom has some blame in this too, because I don't think that this dude just started doing drugs, as the police say, or just started drinking that night. There had to be something in his behavior or his habits that should have told you I should not leave my 19-month-old child with this guy. And there has to be something, if he has that type of those type of habits, there has to be something in you to tell you that maybe you shouldn't be with him either. Because if a dude is drinking and doing drugs before you met him, he's going to be drinking and doing drugs after you meet him. If he's doing illegal activity before you meet him and you start dating him and get in a relationship with him, he's going to continue that. People will be anything for a little while until they get what they want. And when they think they've got you, then the real them is going to come out. It's really going to come out stronger than before. And it's going to be hard for you to get out of that situation because you have so much invested in this dude, and you probably got a place with him. Obviously, y'all stand in the same place, and now you feel stuck and you have to deal with his drinking habit and possibly drug habit. And now look what happened to your 19-month-old kid. Now, I hope that he stays in jail for a long time, or if they send him to prison that he goes. But if he gets out, mama, I hope you don't take this man back. But in cases, from me being a social worker and seeing cases, I've been on cases where people know their boyfriend or the husband molested the kids. And after that nigga come out of prison, after he go to jail for a little bit, they take him right back. And it's sad. It's sad because there's no way that you need love that much. That when it comes to a young child, a precious life, a gift that you've gotten, that you would choose a man or a woman who is going to abuse, abandon, or neglect your child, that you would still want to be in a relationship with them. I hope you have enough sense just to stay far away from this man and never let him come by that child again. Y'all, this story is very hurtful. It's sad because there's so many stories that we just keep doing this to kids. It's like, why do you keep having the kids? Why do we keep putting our kids in harm's way? Leaving them with people we know who gonna verbally abuse them, physically abuse them, sexually abuse them. and we don't care. It's on to the next one. I'm sorry, I said it before. When you have children, some of your life has to go on the back burner because you've got to raise those children. That's what they're here for. It's not just for you to collect, Social Security check or to get child support. You got to raise them damn children. And this is how I talk to my clients, and that's why they be getting mad at me, because I'm a man telling them this. I'm sorry. These niggas they will give you a song and a dance of how beautiful you are, how much they love you, how you're the best one in the world. And after they put their seed in you and leave you with a baby, you are left there with the baby, with the disease, with the depression, with all the hurt and the pain, and they've gone down to the girl in the street. Down the street. They were with her. Are they going with your sister or your best friend who you thought you were your best friend? This stuff keeps happening all the time. Let's make better decisions when it comes to relationship, both men and women. Now, like I said before, there are a lot of people who let me know in my comment section on my channel, hey, you ain't talking to me. I'm going to protect my children by any means necessary. And salute to those women and men who are on my channel who do that. But what we need to do is tell our friends, tell our family members to do the same with their kids. Because it's not just enough for us to take care of ours, and we have friends or people we pass by or work with, and they don't care about their kids. They'll date anybody who gives them any sort of attention just to have somebody and neglect their children. That is sad and it's sick. And if you have that type of mindset, you don't need to date ever in your life. Wait till your kids get 18 and get out the house. If you do any and everything for a man or for a woman, you need to just chill until them kids get grown, then you start dating. And then get on birth control or use condoms correctly and consistently when you have sexual interactions. This is your boy Dawson. The baby is doing good on this case. The 19-month-old, she was released from the hospital. They did not state if she was released back into her mother's custody. But if she was, I hope that social services is a part of their lives and that she gets a 6-month case plan or at least a year case plan so they can follow up with, the progress of this child. And hopefully that if this dude does not go to prison, whatever happens, that he is not a part of this baby's life anymore. Y'all, let's take care of the kids. As I've stated before, time and time again, the kids did not ask to come here. You had those kids, so let's raise them. Until next time, it's your guy Dawson from D&D TV. Thank y'all for the support. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this story down in the comment section. Peace.